A lot of developments in the war in Syria. The Russian ambassador to the UN tells CNN's Christiana Amanpour that, yes, delegates from the Assad regime will be attending proposed peace talks in Geneva, but it's still unclear if the Syrian rebels will be joining them. And the European Union decided to end the arms embargo against Syrian rebels. Russia's response? To go ahead with the delivery of surface-to-air missiles to the Syrian government, you know, to keep things from getting out of hand. But the biggest news may be coming from the White House. Josh Rogan is the senior correspondent for Newsweek Daily Beast, and he joins me now with an exclusive. Josh, before we get to your exclusive, I want to play something that President Obama said about his options in Syria back in April.
As early as last year, I asked the Pentagon, our military, our intelligence officials to prepare for me what options might be available. And I won't go into the details of what those options might be.
So he wouldn't go into the details what those options might be, but you now have some exclusive reporting on what at least one of them is.
Exactly. We've discovered that the White House has tasked the Joint Chiefs of Staff to plan for a no-fly zone inside Syria that would be done on a multilateral basis with countries such as France and Britain. This wouldn't be a NATO option like in Libya. It wouldn't be a UN option. It would be U.S. and countries that are willing to participate, and those plans are being drawn up, and that is new information.
And this is a story that you're breaking right now in the Newsweek, the Daily Beast. I want to read something an administration official told you that's in your story. Quote, the White House is still in contemplation mode, but the planning is moving forward, and it's more advanced than it's ever been. All this effort to pressure the regime is part of the overall effort to find a political solution. But what happens if Geneva fails? It's only prudent to plan for other options beyond Geneva. Talk us through how the diplomatic options are going at this point.
Right. We've got a dual-track strategy. The Obama administration wants a politically negotiated solution between the regime and the opposition. The upcoming conference in Geneva is the best chance to do that. But most people think that that's likely to fail. The opposition wants Assad to go. Assad's not going to agree to go. No. So we have to plan for options after Geneva. And it's not just the no-fly zone. They're also considering arming the Syrian opposition, elements of it that are moderate and who support the United States, and switching recognition from the Assad regime to the opposition. So there's a menu of options that the Obama administration is now considering more than ever, if and when the political solution becomes more and more unlikely.
And as if this scoop wasn't enough, you had another one yesterday about Senator John McCain, leading Republican, visiting with the Syrian rebels in Syria, the highest-ranking U.S. official to do so. Tell us about the significance of that visit.
Right. So John McCain is doing two things. He's communicating to the Syrian rebels that there are people in Washington who support arming them, who support greater intervention. And he's also collecting information to bring back to the United States about what they want, who they are, and how they're working together. He also proved that you can go into Syria and you can meet with the rebel leaders, and they will meet with you, and they are organized. And this has not happened before on such a high level. So now you can anticipate there are a lot more officials and lawmakers who will want to go into Syria and see what's going on there for themselves.
Amazing. Josh Rogan with Newsweek, the Daily Beast. Thanks so much. Great reporting as always.